My first business coach ever said to me, "You need Instagram." And I could only think, I don't have Instagram for a reason. I don't want to be there. How am I going to fix it? How am I going to do this? Because I want to have a successful business enough. I really want this. So I might need to get started with being visible online. If that's you, well, then you're in the right place. Also, if you're already visible and you still feel like I'm struggling, this is the right place. And welcome to Business I Have No Clue, the podcast. My love letter to all the introverted, highly sensitive women out there who are building a business from scratch, trying to earn their own money and long for freedom on their terms. Welcome to the No Clue Club. If this is the first time you're listening, welcome. And if not, if this is the second time listening, welcome back. This podcast is here to help you find answers, build confidence, and feel visible without having to shout. I can imagine this is where you are at right now, but I will go back, rewind a little bit to when I got started on building a business. And my business coach said to me, "You need Instagram. Super easy. You just create an account and let's go." And I only could think, what am I going to do? This, obviously, it started with a blank screen, no idea what to post, a blinking curses and a cold knot in my stomach. What am I going to do? I didn't even have an account. And I don't think I've ever even opened the app up until that point. It was 2020, I think. Yeah, 2020. I have Facebook and that's enough, and I don't want to switch social media all the time. I'm just sticking with Facebook and I don't want to go on Instagram. What, a podcast? What is that? I'm not starting a podcast. I don't listen to podcasts. To be fair, everything changed. But back in the day, I didn't know, I had no clue how it worked. Really did not have any clue at all. And I can imagine you're there right now. How does it work? How am I going to build a strategy and become visible? I maybe even tried stuff, but it's not working. And if that's not you, maybe then this is. You started anyway. Good for you, by the way. Good for you. You already started. You're typing the posts. You delete them because they're not perfect enough. And you only have the discarded drafts to support the fact that you are trying, but you haven't shared a lot of stuff yet. Or you have shared a lot of stuff, but you're still not showing your face on camera. Or maybe you feel like, okay, I have this thing, okay with recording myself, but not really. I have no idea what to say to actually help my audience as well. Yeah, can be tough. Can be so tough. And at the same time, you probably have the thought you need 1,000 followers at least to be successful. And I'm here to tell you, no, you're not. You don't need that. I mean, it's nice. It's definitely not where you're going to start. Starting at zero is totally fine. I did that too. A couple of years ago, Reels came along, and instead of jumping on them and trying everything, I didn't. I stayed in my stories and every single day talking to the people who were actually following me, which is really great. People actually watched my stories, but it did not grow. That was a problem. And of all the things I did, I started a podcast that had no listeners. I cross-posted to YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Well, TikTok actually gained some followers, but I don't like TikTok, so well, that's a thing. And to this podcast, I'm recording here in my office with the bright lights and everything that's on here. And no one is listening. I don't think my friends even listen to it. So I also tried advertising because, hey, you can do that too, right? And I spent not that much money, but at least I tried. Nothing in return. So it really felt like I was shouting towards this outer space, no one hearing me, not getting any results. And I felt like so unnoticed. And I actually wondered, how can I ever get clients if no one knows I exist? And if that's you, you're in the right place. Especially if you overthink every single post and you end up deleting it. If you feel like you need to be perfect before you can be visible. If you worry what people will think when you put yourself out there. If you don't know what to say about yourself or your business. And if you tried so many things already and nothing works. Because when trying to become visible as an introvert, stepping into the spotlight, I think this is the case if you're extroverted too, because being in the center of attention is not something that really comes natural to us. When it's a little bit scary, it feels like a physical threat. Your system goes haywire, and that is not your fault. That is simply the thing that happens. And the only thing you can do about it, having a very clear goal, and make sure that you, one toe at a time, get more comfortable doing this. If we go fast forward in my story, I have a visibility system now that actually fits my energy levels. And it actually feels so great. It feels awesome. It feels almost effortless. Of course, I have to put in some sort of effort to make this happen. Creating content once in a while. And I know exactly where to post, what to say, how to attract clients who are actually perfect fit. Content creation feels easy now. And I still think about it sometimes. What is the best hook? How can I make sure that actually reaches people that I want to reach? But I'm confident on camera now. And I love teaching webinars. And recording podcasts is simply like one of the best parts about my business. So it is a joy to be here. It's a joy to record this for you. And I really feel like it would be so awesome if that would be the case for you too. And even with my Dutch accent, because I'm well aware I'm from the Netherlands, I speak English kind of fluently. However, I also make some grammar mistakes. The way that I say certain things is based on Dutch grammar, and it's not really how a native English person would say it. But it doesn't matter because I love it. I know that some listeners will even say to me, hey, it's actually charming. I can understand you very well. And that's completely fine. And you don't need thousands of followers. You just need clarity. You just need the courage to actually do this. To feel confident sharing your expertise without overthinking, to grow your business without feeling like you have to be someone else, to build a strong brand that actually stands out, to attract clients who actually get me, and make content that feel fun and not forced at all. So that it kind of feels like you turn on the light in your little corner of the internet shining on you, and that you feel okay there. I can imagine that is something that you want. If that is not the case, then maybe visibility is not something for you. But since you're still here, I think it's safe to say that you're at least interested in becoming visible and you're figuring out a way to get there. And to me, that was trainer's training. I did a 3-year program to become a life coach and trainer. And I was at the mathematics tour of Ed Sheeran here in Amsterdam. That was the moment I realized I love to be in a spotlight. There was the arena full of people, I think 60,000 people screaming, chanting, having lights, having beer, looking at the stage. And I looked at the person on stage, the person who did like the opening, and I thought, oh, I actually would love to experience to be up there and having so many people listen to me, joining me in my enthusiasm, in everything that I have to bring. Oh, what an amazing feeling would that be? That's the moment I realized I love to be in the center of attention. And I was done hiding. I was done hiding myself. And I stopped trying to sound like everybody else. I started slowly to create some structure for my content. Honestly, life happened in the meantime. So this is going slow step by slow step until the point where I'm unstoppable. And I gave myself permission to share my way. Just me, myself, and I. And if you feel like, I wish I could show up like that, I want to stop feeling like I'm faking it. I want to sound more like me online. I want people, clients that see the real me. I want to feel proud of what I post. This is where we're at. I think visibility is definitely something you should look into, because building a personal brand about who you are is essential in making sure that you sound like yourself, and yet you don't have to show everything that you need to do that about yourself. I don't share everything out there either. That you can design your energy, you can design your visibility around your energy. You can stack social interactions at the end of the day, for instance, and make sure that you have energy left for showing up and being in the center of attention once in a while. I think it's time to stop waiting for confidence and start creating from clarity, from knowing what to say with this personal brand. So basically, if you're still here, no, if you have a business, if you run a business, and it doesn't really matter if that's product-based or service-based, when you have a personal brand, when you're visible with your personal brand, this is going to change how you do your business. This is going to help you get clients in the long run. This is going to get yourself a fan base, people that will always buy from you once they know you. And that is what happens. Like when you have this successful personal brand, Sarah Blakely, for instance, she was founder of Spanx. Now she started Sneaks, and I think it's a very successful startup right now. Same is for when Kylie Jenner started her makeup line. I think it was one of the most successful launches in business history that has to do with her personal brand. The fact that she showed up, took the space, built this brand, has a following that really listens to what she says, and it makes running a business so much easier if you have this personal brand. If you show up online and you show your face so that people actually get to know you, get the personal feeling, they become a fan of you, which can be a very weird experience. If you meet your fans and they know all about you and you have no idea who they are. But that's the beauty. They feel like they're your friend, and that is going to make such a difference in your business. I get that can be hard as an introvert. I get that can be very tough to put yourself out there, but I also know that you can do it. You have the courage. Being an introverted entrepreneur is amazing because with the purpose that you feel inside, it's so much easier to keep going. And the self-driven aspect of being an introvert is really going to help you push through these fears and make it happen. And if you feel like, yes, I want that, I need that, but I need a little bit of help, I have a course for this. Shine as Introverted Boss. And this course is for introverts, for highly sensitive people who want to be visible for their business without burning out. Inside, I will show you how to build a personal brand that truly feels like you. But before we do all that, we're going to make sure you feel comfortable on camera, that you know how to write attractive text and make good photographs and take basically such good care of yourself, setting the right kind of boundaries that you can actually show up online. You'll learn how to set up your own visibility system, which is going to help you make sure that you show up consistently online on your own terms in a way that you actually feel authentic. And the link is in the show notes. If you have any questions about this course, that is fine with me. You can always reach out via email and me or my team will get back to you. With this course in your pocket, with being visible online, you can finally start to believe, hey, this is possible for me too. And I really think you deserve that. I really feel like that is something that I can help you with. And we all deserve to be comfortable in our space, to build a successful business and make impact with your business. Really, truly make that impact that you started your business for, while also experiencing the freedom that comes with it. Next episode, we're going to dive into everything you need to know about Shine as Introverted Boss, the course. So jump right in if you feel like, hey, I'm interested, I need to know all this. And if that is not you, that is completely fine too. Then make sure you tune in after that, because then we're going to talk about why being an entrepreneur is training yourself in doing scary things all the time. And I have some really nice stories about how I trained myself to do scary things. And I will share some interesting stories about how I train myself to do scary things all the time, even if I'm not working and I'm in the middle of Indonesia, in the jungle, climbing volcanoes. I will see you there. And remember, I believe in you. I know you can do it. So talk to you next time.